What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Sixth Round Podcast, episode 21. Let's go. This week, today, we're breaking down some UFC. That's all we got this weekend.
There ain't shit this weekend.
Yeah,
for real.
I was real sad just kind of going through and it's like, damn, this is really all we got. I mean, there's some like Cage Warrior, some little bullshit like that, but
Some smaller, promotions, but like nothing where we know the fighters enough.
I mean, I will say at least Cage Warrior is a Saturday morning, so we can have a full Saturday worth of fights.
that is very true.
No, yeah.
Very true.
And I mean, the main event is Darren Stewart. I do know Darren Stewart.
I don't know who he is. Don't give a shit.
The dentist.
Yeah, the
He
dentist.
doesn't belong there.
He does. He's gonna be knocking people's teeth out for a very high price.
Bro, that's not what dentists do.
They do sometimes.
No, they never knock your teeth out.
Sorry,
They might pull your teeth.
He's gonna pluck some teeth tonight or Saturday morning.
No.
Let's go. Either way, we got UFC coming up this Saturday. Another fight night. Another Apex card. Even fucking Kevin Lee's just like, what the fuck we doing in the Apex? Like, we're not in the pandemic anymore. He's like, you guys didn't get the message? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, Kevin Lee spoke for all of MMA fans when he said that. Because even I retweeted, I'm like, look, if it was like maybe like 2 fights a quarter, like 8 fight cards a year, whatever.
Yeah, but they love those Apex fight nights.
The majority of the fight cards.
Yeah, it's like two fight cards a month. Like it's like every month we get a pay-per-view that's obviously in like a sold-out arena. We get like a fight night on the road, and we get 2 Apex cards. Like that's honestly what it feels like the average like,
and it's
UFC
like
shit is.
Getting to the point of fatigue because every Dana White Contender Series fight is in the Apex. All the fights that are happening in Tough are in the Apex. Most of the fight cards are happening in Apex. I'm just getting Apex has finally run its course.
100%.
We're tired of it.
They should just start filling this shit out. Just start actually putting a crowd in there.
I mean, it is like a super small venue, and so like that's why it is perfect for Contender Series, for Tough, It's when you and it was great to save your asses during the pandemic, but it's like like Kevin Seeley said, it's like we're not doing the shit no more. Like just take it on the road,
But that's what I'm saying. At least if they're gonna do it once a month, at least put a little crowd in there, Like
I mean, they got like 50 people or some shit in there as like fans or whatever. Like they got a couple little sections going.
Yeah, and that's why them tickets be $1,000 and up.
For real.
Oh my goodness, I know.
Yeah, they're making like dollar over fist for that shit, but it's like fucking hell. Like everyone is just fucking tired of it at this point.
Yes, sir. But
and like, yeah. No, I was just gonna say, and without like that, it's like maybe their logic is it's more like now the fight nights when they go places, it's more special, so people are gonna go out to it. But it's like. You were selling out arenas anyway. Like, why did... It's not like this is...
Well, it's like kind of... It's what we were like talking about earlier. It's that they get paid to just put on events. So when they don't want to spend a lot of money and they just want to make money, they're gonna just... Like, look at this card up and down. Like... Literally, the person that's making the most money for sure is Sean Strickland, and it's like, what, maybe he's making like fucking 200K or something for a win? You know what I mean? Everyone else is probably making sub 100K even for a win on that card. Like, they are not spending shit. They don't gotta put on money for like, like going on the road. Like, everything is set up there, like, ready to go. Like, it's literally just a moneymaker for them.
Funny enough, it's Sean Strickland, and then I almost guarantee you it's Kevin Lee.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is kind of fucked up. But most of these fighters haven't been fighting that long in the UFC, or they haven't reached the heights that someone like that Strickland or Kevin Lee have gotten to.
Yeah, no, not main eventers and stuff like that.
But over here, main event 1-0 in the UFC.
But let's fucking get into it. We got motherfucking Strickland versus a bus. This time, it's not Nogueira versus a bus, or should I say Nogueira trying to feed a bus. We got Strickland fighting a bus.
A boo.
Not a boo. That's what he kept
called him his entire fucking...
Yeah, he just called him a boo from Aladdin.
I don't expect any less from Sean Strickland, let's be fair here. It's Strickland.
Oh, this was a pretty unhinged fucking conference with him.
Yeah. I know. I saw parts of this.
Oh, okay.
No, bro. Twitter goes insane about it.
Because
he was talking about we need someone to put women back in the kitchen or whatever and not vote and shit. I'm like, Strickland,
bro, that was you
are such a liability PR wise.
I mean, honestly, for like the things that he said, like PR wise, that was on the bottom of it because he
probably.
But like, yeah, it literally at the start of it talking about how he had like the Monster fucking sponsorship and everything, and like within 10 minutes, I was just like, is he just trying to lose his sponsorship? Like, and then by the end of it, it was like, yo, he lost everything at this point. Like, but yeah.
I do love like one of the reporters, like Strickland gets finished with that whole one thing, and just one of the reporters just goes, "Have you ever considered therapy?"
Yeah, and do you want to know what his response was? I think therapy would make me want to kill everybody.
Yeah, he said that a therapist would like try and convince him that he should go kill people.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's exactly what it was. That his therapist would convince him he should go kill people.
Just like, oh, he's just like, he was just like, talking to a therapist, he would start to realize that all these bad dreams he had aren't bad dreams and they're just reality, and he would get really angry and he would have to take it out on people by
murder.
Strickland is
yo, he's really just unhinged, but yeah, so
it's
Strickland
great
versus Bus.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't listen, like, I was just too interested to listen to Strickland. I didn't even care to listen to a Bus fucking media day. I was just like, who gives a fuck? We got Strickland. But number 7, Sean Strickland, with, I don't even know, he's been fighting in the UFC for a good amount of time. Yeah, 18 fights in the UFC at this point, 13-5. Fighting motherfucking Abbas Magomedov, 1-0 in the UFC, 25-4-1 overall. Shit. How you guys feel about this fight?
It's funny.
It came out randomly one day that, because it was like, announced along with Paulo Costa fighting Ikram, and it's just like, what is going on in middleweight? Like, why?
Nobody knows.
You book this person against this person, like, and so I don't know.
I think the UFC really just kind of realized like they fucked up so bad at the top of the division that they're just like, we desperately need to just overhaul this like top 15 and get people in here. Like, I honestly think that that's what it is.
So anyway, Sean by knockout?
I could see that. I don't know about knockout.
Both very similar in records, 26-5 for Sean, 25-4-1 for Abbas.
But Strickland has 18 fights under his belt in the UFC against higher level competition.
Yeah, like, it's not even fucking close to the level of competition. Like, probably the best names on his record. He does have a decision win over Sadabusi in the PFL, which is pretty good. He knocked out Dustin Stoltzfus with a front kick in the 19 seconds in his UFC debut. So it's like, a great win.
Yeah.
But
oh wait, actually Abbas is knocking out Sean, sorry.
I mean, man, he really might.
He could. It just depends on how Sean decides to come out and fight.
Well,
so Sean by decision or Abbas by knockout?
That's honestly the way I see it. Is if there's going to be a finish, it's going to be Abbas. If it's going to decision, I could see Strickland just lulling Abbas into a sparring match, and that's where Sean Strickland shines.
Yeah, that's where he really does do his best work. Abbas only a little bit bigger. Abbas is 6'2", 78-inch reach. Sean Strickland 6'1" with 76-inch reach.
So a little bit of a reach advantage, but not too much.
Yeah, not too much, but yeah, like as we said, the level of competition, like the name Strickland has fought, Nasruddin, Jared Cannonier, Alex Bejeda, Jack Hermanson, Uriah Hall, Jocko, Allen, Marshman, like fucking just so many high level fighters at 170 and 185. McGee. Yeah, motherfucking Court
McGee. But no,
Bubba McDaniel.
Yeah.
I could honestly see if Strickland's just like, I'm gonna steam. Like, if he's actually like thinking like he's 1-0 in the UFC, I'm just gonna steamroll him, and then just him walking into like another like left hook or right hand or something like he did with Fada, and then just getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, it's so hard, man. It really is a hard one. I really do just kind of have the feeling that Abbas is just gonna fucking get this shit done somehow. Because Strickland, it's just how he fights. He just fights so. It's like he has a secret weapon, like, on the feet, almost. Like, that's just kind of how he fights. But there just ain't really, like, he's just, like, you know, it's just weird. I don't know. He just fights so confidently on the feet, like, just so down to be in the pocket and, like, just go shot for shot sometimes, and it's like, he doesn't have crazy power. It's not like he's super long or big. It's not like he's fast, you know what I mean? It's just...
No, and that's the thing. I think that's the biggest thing, is he fights so confidently, but, like, he also is, like, very much a slow fighter, and it kind of lulls his opponents into just that slower style of fight, and it just turns into like a sparring match. And Strickland just overtakes it with just pure activity, really.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he does have solid defense too, as well. Like, on the field, he does kind of have like that long man defense of just like framing, kind of leaning back, you know, a lot of times. Yeah. But he does get his arms up, and just it does look awkward sometimes. It's just kind of how he moves his arms, and like just
he's awkward as shit.
Yeah.
Yo, my favorite meme was the comparison of fucking Sean Strickland next to iCarly.
And he's just like, yeah. I know exactly. I was about to bring that up. Like, he fights so awkwardly, and it's just like, because like, yeah, he does like what you're saying, but then it's like, yeah, he fights like, and I'm not saying Abbas is a high level striker like Pajeda, but like then he fights like a Pajeda and just gets his clock cleaned with a left hook.
Yeah, and like Abbas is dangerous though. You know what I mean? Like,
no, he is
finishing the shit out of people.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't want to like make it seem like I'm comparing the striking acumen of Alex Pajeda and Abbas. Like, I'm not trying to put him on that level. I'm just saying, like, when he does fight some people and they have power and they just, you know, let go, he can get finished.
Nah, 100%. Oh, it's gonna be a good one though.
No, yeah.
Where do you think? So, like, if Strickland wins, like, what do you think he really gets from this, though? Like, I mean, he says that he wants to fight Izzy, you know, but he also is like, if the UFC pays me enough, he's gonna fight anyone, you know? So it's just, like...
There's no real incentive to it, but then also at the same time, the only incentive would be maybe a rematch with Cannonier if, like, Robert would no. You gotta listen to my reasoning to this, because my reasoning is if Whitaker wins, and like you guys have said, no one wants to see him against Izzy 3. I'm not sure if people want to see Cannonier versus Izzy 2 either, because that was a pretty boring fight. So I mean, like, you're trying to get someone into that contendership. It's like, where do you put that? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's like, if Strickland wins, it's kind of still log jamming the division at the top.
It's just hard with the way everything's set up at the top, and then with Sean being number 7, the way everything is booked from fucking 1 through 5.
They just gotta pull out, like, Alex is fighting Jan. I don't know why they still got him ranked number 1. You know what I mean?
I have no idea. I think they wait until they actually like fight or whatever. Because like then where do you put him in the, you know, light heavyweight rankings? Paul Craig's still in the light heavyweight rankings, even though he's fighting Andre Muniz.
I feel like that's like at least a little bit different though, because it's like Paul's trying to move down, and it's like a lot of people, they try and move down, and if they lose, they're just gonna go back up. Whereas Alex, he's a 205er. Like,
no, he is.
You know, like,
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I don't think he's leaving that division.
That's kind of the thing. Is it's like you take him out, but then it's like, okay, do you place him in the light heavyweight rankings, even though he's not fought anyone? That, you see what I'm saying? It's a marketing thing. They just want things. They want that number by his name when they actually go into the fight.
That's fair.
They have Paulo and Dricus both ranked number 5.
I know they do.
And once they pull Alex out, they could actually both be in the top 5. You know what I mean? Just different numbers.
Yeah, you know, they just different things.
I mean, shit. Like, I know fucking Marvin and like Sean have trained a little bit together, but even Sean was saying in his interview that like Marvin's not an extreme couture fighter, you know. So it's like, you think if Marvin gets a win, if Sean Strickland gets a win this weekend, he might get the fight with Marvin.
He might get a fight with Marvin. To be fair, yeah, I could easily see that. Because, like, who else is Marvin gonna fight?
Yeah, I don't know. And
he
because
has to fight down.
And then it depends on, we have to see with like DDP and Whitaker, because it's like, I mean, I know what you mean with like people don't really want to see Jared versus Izzy too because it was a boring fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Jared's performance over Marvin, with just how many punches he landed and how much he did go after it, because he was even talking about that, like that was the point of that fight, is like he needed to like, just show people that it's like if he does fight Izzy, it will be different, and like showing that with these performances. So it's like, I don't know if Whitaker kind of has like a close fight or something with Dricus, even if he gets the win.
He has a close fight, it will be going to Jared. I can,
and then who knows, we might get fucking like Strickland versus Bobby Knuckles or something. You know what I mean?
Which is,
bro, that would be a fun fight. I would fight.
I'm trying to imagine them at like an actual, like, I would hope that fight's on a pay-per-view only so they could be at a press conference, because Whitaker's one of the most respectful guys. Sean Strickland being the most unhinged, I want to see if Strickland could potentially get something out of Whitaker.
See, I feel like he's gonna be like, oh, he's a nice guy, but he's just gonna say something, and I just need to know what that thing is. Like,
who, Bobby?
Well, Sean, like, he's gonna be like, he's a nice guy, but exactly. I'm just like, what's that?
Exactly. Exactly. But no, and that's the other thing. It all depends on how Whitaker does against Duplessis. If he goes out there and starches Duplessis in the first round, like that builds up. That's an automatic just type build.
Yeah, honestly, what do you want to say?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, like, I don't know. With even if Whitaker went out there and just like immediately starched him, it's like people already question Dricus. I would still almost favor the second fight with Cannonier just because of how he put on an absolute fucking 5-round beat down. You know what I mean? Like, that was a beautiful performance, and like,
it was.
If he comes out the way that he did, he would obviously bring it out of Izzy the way that Pereira was able to bring it back out of Izzy, and I think that would be such a good fight. And I would just rather see that than like a number 3 right now. I don't know.
I can understand, like, I understand from like a fan aspect of what you're saying, but from like a UFC standpoint, if you could get a Whitaker Izzy 3 and do it in Australia,
they already got UFC Sydney lined up for September of this year too, and that's
especially if like Whitaker starches Duplessis, like he could easily also potentially make that fight date.
No, yeah, definitely.
And I guess
so it just all like, that's why I'm saying like it all kind of depends on how the rest of these fights go, because although I'm pretty sure they've already had talks with Izzy on who he could be fighting, and we've all kind of speculated it's potentially Jamal Hill, like for like a double champ, because like there's no one for him to fight at,
because it's like, because I was gonna say too, it really is almost impossible to kind of match make like ahead of like certain fighters where they're already at right now, because it's like Sean's fighting a bust. Who knows if Paulo's fighting Ikram, but like that's what they're trying to do. I mean, like, Jared said that it's like he would fight Hamzat if like, if he was guaranteed a title shot.
Exactly.
So it's like, like that's an opponent to bring Hamzat into 185. You have fucking, like, there is just a lot going on where we really do kind of have to see, like, where all the pieces fall to where the UFC is going to be like, all right, this is what happened with everything. Now this is the direction we go. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, it's just like, I'm kind of expecting something, though, like, almost to drop for Izzy, because you have July, August, and then September. Like, you do not have that much longer really to announce a fight. You have what, 10, 12 weeks at the moment. Like, it's already to the point where it's getting to where the clock is really starting to tick down on getting a fight lined up for Izzy and on that card.
100%.
So that's why I'm like, I could see him potentially fighting like a Jamal Hill.
That would be awesome. I would love to see him try and fucking go up and get that double champ status again. But yeah.
No, yeah.
It would be a lot of fun. 185 definitely is starting to get some movement going, and just got to see where everything goes.
Got to see where everything falls,
that 100% needs some movement flowing through it, and this is a good start towards the back end of it. Number 12, Damir Ismagulov versus number 15, Grant Dawson. I am excited for this one.
I like this fight.
Yeah, this is going to be a good fight.
Yeah, Grant's 7-0-1 in the UFC, unbeaten. Demir 5-1 in the UFC. His last fight was the loss to Arman Tsarukyan.
Mm-hmm.
Got a win over Guram Kudrotladze before that. Beat Joel Alvarez, Thiago Moises. Like, he has real solid wins inside the UFC. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Who you guys favoring in this one? What you guys kind of thinking's gonna go down? What you feeling about this fight? This beautiful co-main event out the 155 violence weight.
I really feel like Demir should be able to get it done and just, I don't know, outclass, and I don't want to say outclass him, but just like out experience him, you know? But for some reason I feel like Grant's gonna do it. I feel like Grant's gonna win.
On it, I see what you're saying. Or I don't know what you want to go with, Ginger.
So I was about to say, I kind of see the same thing where like Demir, I feel like does definitely have that experience advantage, especially with like high level competition.
Yeah.
In terms of who he's actually fought, in terms of the name value and the skill level. But then also, like, in my head, I'm trying to take into account the fact that he semi-retired because of health issues, comes back, and it's like, okay, are those health issues actually, like, legitimate concerns for how he's going to fight now? Is there anything
didn't he also
going
say
on?
He just wanted to fight out his contract as well? Like...
No, yeah, exactly. Like, he came back trying to get the Saryukian rematch, and also with Grant Dawson. Like, Dawson's a dog.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not like this is gonna be an easy fight for Demir either way. Like, I feel like this is gonna be all three. This is gonna go all 3 rounds. It's gonna come down to just who wants it more. It's just funny though, because
wasn't it Demir saying that he wants to fight Justin Gaethje? Was that Demir?
Bro, he said he would. He said. I didn't actually watch the video, but I saw the quotes. He said that he would play with Justin Gaethje like he was a little kitten.
Right.
It's like
because I'm pretty sure he said that if he beats Grant, he wants Gaethje. I did not see that. That is okay.
Yeah, like
so because my thoughts on this fight, it's like because to your point, Demir definitely has the experience for sure. I do think he is a bit technically more sound. He has a great jab. He does have like great defensive grappling. Just does solid work on the feet. But to your point, Granson's a fucking dog, and he just goes after it. He's just constantly trying to work. He's gonna just put pressure on the feet, try and take you down, work to the back. He has so many rear naked chokes on his record, and it's like I honestly don't even think that this will go the distance. I feel like by the second, third round, I feel like Grant's going to be breaking him down, just take the back, and he's going to get a choke on him. Like, I feel like Grant's in this to get the submission.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I just feel like Demir might have enough submission defense to be able to ride out into a decision, but that's a lopsided decision. I feel like Demir wins round 1, loses round 2, and then potentially it's either finished or badly loses round 3.
It's just that Gaethje comment for me, because it's like, what makes you so confident? You know what I mean? Like, what you got going on? Like,
I mean,
I still think that Grant's just gonna get it done, even though I feel like Demir should. Like, I think Grant's got it. Why he feel that way?
So, it's like, obviously styles make fights, and I feel like he probably just sees something with Gaethje striking that he's like, nah, I could just touch this dude up, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I can understand that to a degree, but the problem is you might touch him, but he's gonna touch you.
Yeah, bro. Like he's smacking them legs, he's throwing bombs at your face,
you're gonna get hit. And the thing is with Gaethje, he makes really good adjustments, especially when Trevor Whitman says, "Hey, do this." Gaethje is very coachable and very adaptable and between the rounds of each fight, so he could easily he might see something and then it's like, hey Gaethje, stop doing this, do this. He'll make that adjustment, and now what are you gonna do, Demir?
Yeah, that's
one of the best things about Gaethje is just his adaptability.
Yeah, that's just crazy because it's like, bro, you just lost to Arman and you are fighting below you against a guy that is very able to willing to able to win this fight. It's not a fucking he's a crazy underdog or some shit, you know what I mean?
No.
He's fucking in there. So Yeah, he should probably not worry about people at the top and worry about this motherfucker in front of him.
Don't worry about number 3. You're fighting number 15.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. But moving into the featured bout, welterweight division, we got Max Payne Griffin, veteran in the UFC, against our boy, the fucking, I'm pretty sure, we picked him as our little prospect of the year last year, one of them?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Morales, 14-0. Yep. This dude is good.
Only 24 years old.
Yeah, 24. Born in Ecuador, fighting out of Mexico. Oh, 2-0 in the UFC. Yeah.
Finished Adam Fuggett and Trevin Giles. Had a decision win on the Contender Series, which is funny to come into like 2 finishes in the actual UFC.
Yeah, he only has 2 decisions in his entire career. Oh, I think Michael Morales is gonna win pretty spectacularly.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I feel like Michael's definitely gonna win this. I want to know, is this gonna be a test for him, if anything?
Yeah.
Even though Max doesn't have he's 7-7, but
37 years old too.
No, exactly.
Shorter.
Been in for a while, but 9 KO TKOs. Can he at least get to where get some of that respect off of Michael? You know what I'm saying? If Michael comes in a little too brash with it, because it's been almost a year since he's fought.
It's very true.
So it's just if he comes in a little too reckless at first, he just gets touched up with a right hand or something, and then all of a sudden it's okay, I need to back off, calm down, not go in too crazy against him, or else I could end up on the ground.
I forgot that he was ever booked against fucking Renat. That is very good that didn't happen.
But because you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
The only person to ever finish Max Griffin was Colby Covington.
Yeah, I saw that. Ground and pound round 3.
And I hate that bad. So I just feel like Michael can finish him. I just feel like he got this.
Yeah. It's just funny because he's never been finished since. And he's fought Mike Perry, Alex Oliveira, Alex Morono, Condit.
He's a real vet, man. He's he's a solid ass fighter for sure.
No, yeah, 100%. That's just the thing. It's the fact that it's Covington that's what I'm saying. Only one that finished him.
Man, it's
kind of crazy.
I don't know,
fucking machine.
I know that you said, that he hasn't fought in almost a year, but with only being 24 years old, it's this dude could be close to a damn near different fighter in a year. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, exactly.
All of that time off, that's also just another interesting thing, because how much skill building did you do in that time? Where are you at now? You know what I mean? 14-0, 24 years old, still undefeated. Because if he gets a big win over Max Griffin here, he's probably gonna fight inside the top 15 next. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
That's crazy, because I saw something where it's 170, just having 3 undefeated fighters right now in the top 15 with Hamzat, Shavkat, and Ian Gary, and it's fucking Michael Morales.
Get Hamzat out of there though. And then make it a true 3 people.
Yeah.
But, it's just 170 has just got some real good people coming up right now.
Oh,
for sure.
And when I say what I'm saying about Michael Morales coming in and potentially just being a little, it's just the only reason I say that is it's been a year. Just ring rust is a thing. I'm back where I want to be. Just those type of jitters and stuff like that, just getting to you, the nerves.
I got you. Yeah, it's
forgetting how it feels, type of thing. Just maybe just potentially coming out a little too quick in the first round, getting hit, and then just then calming down and getting into his game plan. You know what I mean?
That's very possible, for sure. 100%.
I'm not saying he's gonna come out reckless, gets starched by Max Griffin.
Nah, yeah.
I'm not out here trying to pull. I ain't pushing that narrative. That's not what I'm trying to push right now.
Oh man, but you know who definitely isn't gonna go out there and get fucking starched?
Benoit.
Benoit Saint Denis, let's go.
Oh my god.
Benoit Saint Denis. It's just so funny to think of it like that. But
but what if he does just get fucking absolutely starched?
Bro, okay, so Benoit Saint Denis versus Ismail Bonfim. Mm-hmm. You know, me and Kate is super high on the Bonfim bros. Very much so. Like, absolutely love them. We think next big things for sure. Yo, if he fucks up Saint Denis, oh my, I don't even know. Like, and it really depends on how he does it, because it's like, if he just goes out there and, like, knocks him the fuck out, then it's like, alright, bro, you are a real hitter at this division. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm instantly gonna put his power up there with, like, fucking, like, I mean, it might have to be, like, tested a little bit more, but, like, I'm gonna instantly start thinking of him like Dustin and Justin and you know what I mean?
Justin, like, Chandler.
And maybe not Chandler, depending, but, like, Chandler's got that real fucking that one sledgehammer, you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Because the way we got seen him get absolutely
it depends on how he like, if he were to actually finish Saint Denis, it would all depend on how he did it, because, like, god damn, that flying against Terrence McKinney, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that
beautiful.
Nasty.
It was beautiful. And
sad, but beautiful.
I honestly, like I was saying before, like I've said about this matchup, I don't think it's like an easy win for him, but I think he drags it. Like, Benoit's just tough as fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
It's never been finished, and even though in his first fight, he probably the ref should have stepped in.
Oh, the ref should have, for sure.
UFC debut, short notice bout, up a weight class at 170 against Elizu Zaleski dos Santos, who just notoriously, just not like a great fighter, but that dude can take your fucking head off. And he did everything possible
everything
that should have taken his head off, but the ref was just like,
nah.
Violence.
He's alive.
I want to see a death. I want to see a death.
It's like he heard Gaethje say that, like, he's not done until he's dead, and he's just like, that's how I'm reffing my fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Said fuck fighter safety.
That's why I said, like, it's not good. Like, I feel like the first round, Ishmael's gonna win every single round, and I feel like what's gonna end up happening is Bonfim could probably end up getting the finish late second, early third round. Yeah. If there's going to be a finish. If not, it's going to be a 30-27, 30-26 sweep, in my opinion. Like, and Benoit's not a bad fighter. He's a good fighter, but, like,
for sure.
Ishmael just seems like he's on that hot, just 2 levels higher than where Benoit is right now.
Yeah, bro. 27 years old, 19-3 overall in his career. Like, him and his brother are just so good. He's a bit more of a puncher than his brother. Gabriel, a bit more of a grappler. But, yeah, man. Man.
But when you do that type of shit against someone like a Terrence McKinney, just knocking them dead, like, I can see why you're a bit more of a puncher. Like,
it's like, bro, UFC debut fighting T-Rex, the dude that went out there and put Drew Dober, the fucking Crimson Chin, on skates as soon as the fight started, you know? And he's like, I'm gonna scrap with this dude on the feet, and then just win, like, just outclass Terrence, and you know, it's like
the dude who I was about to Terrence McKinney, the same person who knocked out Matt Frivol in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like steamroller.
I can't believe he fucking is the one that truly cracked Dober's chin, though. That's crazy.
My god.
But anyway,
that's the insane part. Yeah.
Like, bro, all these dudes around the top 15 are a little bit outside of it that just wallop people with their punches. Bro, 155 is just fucked up. Like, that's just
it's fucked up. It really
favorite division.
But yeah, I definitely I have Bonfim winning this. It's just
how he does it.
Yeah, how he does it is gonna be how impressed I am with him.
Either a great decision or late finish.
Yeah,
I'm feeling late finish just because of Saint Denis just pure toughness and chin.
Shit, he might just try and go out there and fucking take him down and sub him real quick too, like that.
That's true.
That's entirely possible.
So, and like that's the thing, because if he does that, then it's like okay, like you might not just be like like, okay, I got good hands, so I'm just gonna scrap with people, like, even knowing that they have good hands. It's like, nah, you're a smart, calculated fighter, and it's just like...
I mean, he's got plenty of decisions, too, that shows that he can even bring it over the 3 rounds. He can just, like, have better skill than the others, like...
Because even with, like, T-Rex, like, because he did push him up on the cage and was working on him on the cage, and I'm pretty sure when he landed the flying knee, he had him backed up on the cage, like, so it's like, oh, man. Yeah, just depending on how he wins, it's just how like, awesome it's gonna be. And it's 22 pro fights and 27 years old.
Been fighting since he was 15. So.
I want
animal.
If he wins and he wins by a spectacular like knockout or submission, I know the UFC won't do it. They'll put him out against someone else just right outside the top 15, maybe like a Drakkar Close or something. But I would love to see Ishmael put an end to Paddy Pimblett.
Oh,
they're not doing it.
They're not doing it, but I would.
Or maybe they might to really hype him up. That's also a possibility, bro. Oh my!
Because you strap a rock, because at that point you're strapping a rock to Ishmael's back.
Like you could give him like a top 8 opponent at that point like... with a win off Paddy if he fucks him up. You know what I mean? Like, he could get a real high up opponent. Like he might if fucking if Jalen Turner beats Dan Hooker, like he could get like fucking Jalen Turner. Like
but I wouldn't be surprised if they did throw him into the top 15 after this anyway. Maybe just like with if like booking and stuff doesn't really go that well because Jimmy was saying he was like wondering why he was fighting who he was after a win over Terrence, and like we literally went through the rankings and everybody before fucking Benoit was either like just fought, about to fight, or like
had something booked already.
Yeah, like there was just something going on.
So, or like, it was like we saw him and it's like, oh, this guy's not taking the fight. You know what I mean? Like because I thought the same thing with Gabriel, and because it was like with how big of like opponents they got in their debut, the step up from that both of them are getting. I thought
it's basically right outside the top 15.
Like, well, I thought they would get a bigger step up than the guys they are currently fighting.
Yeah,
and then so it was like because I remember looking at Gabriel, one of the people it was like Gunnar Nelson, had nothing going on, but it's like Gunner's not fucking fighting Bonfim, like that's
why
exactly, and it was literally like that with both of them, where we got to like fucking number 60 something, and it's like someone that they could fight, like
and that's why like I'm looking at it and like honestly like because either way I can see him just being in the top 15 because like Grant Dawson wins, Demir loses, and Bonfim just has a spectacular finish. Like
is Moicano
Grant moves up, Demir
nothing
13.
They do the rematch with that since Moicano beat him like a few years ago back in like a random promotion.
Oh, geez,
you think that would be who they give him? He's number 13. They've already fought.
I don't think so. I think they want to push Moicano up a bit more.
Yeah,
but that
was damn near 9 years ago at this point.
If they really think that like Bonfim might have like higher potentials and stuff like that, you could possibly get it. And if like depending on how other fights are lined up, and if Moicano really just wants to fight, like that would.
Who was Moicano supposed to fight recently? He was supposed to fight Armin.
Yeah, and like Armin obviously fought, so I didn't know if they had rebooked Moicano for anything, but maybe he's just still dealing with his injury.
That would be good. Yet. I would not be mad at that at all.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
No, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I would feel bad for Moicano, but like, oh my god.
I also could see them putting him up against Matt Frivola as well.
Yeah, I just kind of like the Moicano fight better, honestly.
I like the Moicano fight just because of the history and stuff. It's just like, depending on what they're wanting to do with Moicano, because they could easily also like try and rebook Moicano and Armin. Because, like, Armin just won, but you just won against someone who was not ranked and had a very spotty UFC record.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, I could easily see a Moicano and Armin fight rematerializing, which I think they should have probably waited on anyway. But, because then also, you got Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker fighting like literally next week. You have
Demir and Grant are fighting on the same card.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Like all these fights can kind of line up to where you could get him a top 15 opponent really easily because those are going to line up very easily.
Hell yeah. But I have one true question after all this.
Okay.
Where does Kevin Lee fit into the 170 division in the UFC?
Shit, I guess we're gonna find out.
A prelim main event against a motherfucker of a Russian that's on a 19-fight win streak. Why'd they do this to the boy? Our boy. The MMA community.
Sorry, that's not my boy.
It's the MMA community's boy. Everyone.
I prefer his brother.
Yo, future champ Kevin Lee. Future champ. No one ever said what promotion. No one ever said that. Just future champ.
What? Future champ of what? LFA?
He could be a future champ, Kevin Lee.
No, anyway.
Coming back into the UFC.
I'll be honest, because I get what you're saying. They gave him a motherfucker of a re-debut. Like, bro, what the fuck?
The dude that has just moving up to 170 has been a little bit smaller, not that great of a gas tank. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
And you're giving him fucking Renat Fakhretdinov.
Yeah. Let's give him the Gladiator. Yeah. Just goddamn.
He's 3 inches shorter, but he has longer arms than Renat.
Yeah, Kevin Lee does got some fucking lengthy arms on him.
Yeah, he's the 3-inch 77 to 74.
I mean, yo, if Kevin Lee could come out here and like flip this script and pull out some shit like he did to Gregor Gillespie, oh my goodness, that's what he needs. Like that is
what he needs. Yeah. And honestly, like, I would kind of love that for him if he didn't go to a decision with old ass Diego Sanchez in Eagle FC at 165 pounds.
To be fair, it was coming off of knee surgery.
Yeah.
And in the first round, in like the first couple minutes, Diego just kicked that leg and he fucked that shit up, and he had a fucked up leg for the entire fight. Because I remember watching that because I had to watch it. It was terrible. But yeah, it was. But yeah, he had one leg and just basically like clinched Diego to a decision. Like he just.
But that's kind of what I'm saying is that like it's been over a year. Like so it's not like, you know, but like if he could potentially get like kicked in the leg and may not like re-injured like that, but then all of a sudden like he has, you know, drop foot or whatever, it's just gonna be the same thing. He's gonna end up with one leg, and Renat is not Diego fucking Sanchez.
Yeah. I just hope Kevin Lee could get it done. The Motown phenom.
I'd like for Kevin Lee to get a win here. It's not the fight any of us thought he'd be coming back into.
Not even a little bit. If anything, we probably thought he'd be fighting Ray Janelle. You know what I mean? Just do it again.
I think we were all. I at least was thinking they were gonna try and do the Kevin Lee Tony Ferguson rematch.
They were trying to do that. Like, Kevin Lee said that just Tony didn't really want it. He wanted to stay at 155, and yeah.
Oh my god.
And he just got his own shit going on. But
fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully Kevin can get it done. But if Renat can win, that's a big name on his record.
Oh, that's a huge name on his record. Like, that's big.
Other than that, prelims, there's some alright fights on it. We got fucking Yana Santos versus Carol Rosa. You know what I mean? It's a fight. Hopefully,
they're top 10.
Yana just loses, and Carol looks real good beating her. So we could just get a new person up into like the little bit of the top. You know what I mean?
Top of what? Yeah, the division doesn't exist anymore.
135?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Why are they fighting at 145?
They're fighting at 145. It was because
Yana was supposed to fight Macy, but Macy withdrew.
Yep,
and that was supposed to be 135.
So it's short notice.
Yes,
that's why Macy withdrew.
Which is funny because now that she withdrew and it's short notice for fucking Carol, it is at 145.
I know, and it's just so funny because you just saying like that fight's gonna happen at 145, you know, and like we're just saying that like she ain't making 135, like. And oh man, well, so after Carol wins, we get the rematch of her and Norma for the vacant title.
Anyway, Guram Kuzaladze.
Yeah, Guram also filling in for Jordan Levitt on short notice against Elves. What a great name, Elves Brenner, fighting out of Brazil.
Elves Brenner.
Yeah, it's a decent scrap. I'm just happy to see Guram.
Scrap. I got Guram winning.
This dude just got a fight, man. Like he just. He just has to fight.
What was his last? Who was he supposed to last fight?
He's supposed to fight Jamie
on
Malarkey.
The last card. Yeah,
Jamie Malarkey. Yeah, he's just had so many fucking canceled bouts and shit. Like,
and it's mainly like like visa issues.
He made his UFC debut in October of 2020 against Mateusz Gamrot. He didn't fight again until fucking June of 2022, and he hasn't fought since.
Yep.
It's a year since he's fought. Like,
he's having one fight a year, and it's like, and he's 31. Like, he just needs to get some more fights in, because if he can at least get, maybe another fight in this year, depending on how this fight goes, he can start creeping his way into those 155 rankings.
Yeah. It's just, he really does just have to get active. Such a good, up and coming guy, but
I'm gonna go Elves by sub.
Yeah, you think Elves getting it done?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like
He's been knee barred once.
That's not a terrible pick. Especially, Jesus Christ, 11 wins via sub.
Yeah, let's see, does he have any knee bars on there?
His only 3 losses, all his losses are all decision, though. He won 1 split decision in his last fight.
So, bro, this man went his first 4 fights, armbar round 1, armbar round 3, armbar round 1, armbar round 1. Gets 3 more wins, armbar round 1, rear naked choke round 2. Lost the decision. Triangle choke round 1. Round 1.
It's very possible. I mean, Gurum, man, I don't know.
Gurum's good, but
you might
don't play in his
be
guard.
onto something with that one.
Damn, I shouldn't have said anything. I should have let y'all go pick that for Tapology.
Oh, I'm still picking Gurum.
Oh, okay, good.
I'll probably still go Gurum, but goddamn, if he gets into this man's guard, I'm gonna be worried.
But do you know what is truly the most meaningful fight on tonight's card? The opening bout.
Battle of number 15.
Who is the new age number 15 for heavyweight division? Blagoy has sat there for years and years and years and years and years and years. Is it still going to be years and years and years and years? Or does Romanov take that spot? I think Blagoy gets it done.
I think Blagoy gets it done.
I think Romanov gasses in 35 seconds into the first round. After that, Blagoy easily wins the decision.
Bro, that was just so bad. That was so bad against Volkov. That was terrible.
I think this is going to be one of the few fights that Blagoy is able to get a finish in.
I think he's going to.
This
he
is
might finish him in the second round.
The only time I will ever say that. Just because, Romanov is going to gas.
When was the last time he finished someone?
2017.
Sean Jordan.
WSOF.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, before that, he was getting a few, though. Punches, front choke, key lock.
No, it's just, Romanov just gasses out so easily. He's going to gas. And, Blagoy can just sit on top and just rain down some, not great ground and pound and get the finish. It's fine.
It's just funny because of seeing that he had all the finishes in World Series of Fighting, I was going to be like, all right, he was a Bellator and PFL finisher. But then I saw he had 1 fight in PFL and went to decision.
No, he has fights in Bellator that he had finishes, though.
Well, yeah, but it was just because WSOF is, what PFL used to be.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why I was just but yeah, that's just funny that he did have a fight and just nope. Just... Went
That's
to PFL, got a little bit
started.
a little bit higher level, and just decision.
Decision.
But yeah, let's go, motherfucking Blagoy.
Yep.
Even Derek Lewis couldn't finish this dude.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, that's gonna basically wrap up that UFC card. UFC Fight Night Vegas something, ESPN something. UFC Fight Night Strickland versus Magomedov. Let's go. Some canceled bouts and shit. That's sad. Could have been better.
No, yeah.
Could have been better.
I forgot. It was supposed to be Vince Pichel versus Benoit Saint Denis, and then
Yep.
He gets bomb themed. Like, bro.
Yeah, I know. I remember seeing that. It's like, how shitty of a situation. You had a fucking layup fight for you right there. A fucking old tough guy that doesn't have that many fights. But now you get bomb themed. Like,
yeah, exactly. Oh, that is... Oh.
It's a whole new fight.
Talk about out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. You know who is also out of the frying pan and not into a fire? Henry Cejudo.
Yeah. This news literally breaking before we were recorded.
Yo, how shitty is that?
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm so upset. I mean, but maybe it's also good because Cheeto shouldn't get rewarded off losing to Corey with a fucking Henry Cejudo fight.
Yeah, no, and apparently apparently rumors and word on the street from people who have insiders on the UFC. What's being talked about is Cheeto versus Piotr.
Don't do it. No. That's completely on. Yo,
both of them are gonna stand in front of each other and think.
I don't want that. Piotr should fight someone like around number 12 or something like that. Like, he should just take a good old step down in competition, in my opinion. But yeah, that's
he should have gotten Umar.
Yeah, I'd be all right with that.
But yeah, this kind of just screws that whole like my mentality of all right, fine. Sandhagen got Umar, Cheeto's getting Henry. It doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, Henry's out, and
it's just like cool.
We'll see what happens with that. But now let's get into the good stuff. Fight announcement time. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, our boy Kate, your boy. Let's go.
Yeah.
He got rebooked. Tatsuro Taira, UFC 290. Yeah, add another great fighter to a good card. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Some guy making his debut, I think, right? Edgar Shires.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know it had like the little thing over the A. I don't know what that does to the pronunciation. I'm gonna just wait till I hear John Anik say it, and then I'm gonna just come in and be like, yeah, I know exactly how to say it. Until then, I won't even attempt it.
Jimmy, me and you do the same thing.
Let's go.
Because that's the same thing I do. It's like, how do you pronounce? Okay, I'm just gonna wait.
But yeah, that should be a good one. We also got Tracy Cortez's back versus the Canadian JJ, Jasmine Yazdavicius. Yasmin Yazdavicius. I don't fucking know how you say that one. That one I just hear too many different ways that I don't fucking know.
Like when no one on commentary agrees on how to pronounce it, you're just like, well, shit.
It's always funny when just like on commentary you just have fight like the whatever like guys just saying like different ways, and it's like I don't know.
Usually
it's just crazy
I default. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's crazy to me because I don't know. She's fucking Canadian. They're J's.
Yeah.
Jasmine, I don't know of them doing any shit like that. Like,
yeah, but I don't know like what like her like heritage is. It could be like her family's from Poland or whatever. So I don't know, but I think it's worse when it's like not so much like people on commentary all disagreeing, because I'll usually just refer back to Anik. It's when it's Bruce and Anik aren't on the same page that I'm like, wait a minute, because they're both very diligent about finding out how to pronounce fighters' names. So when they're not on the same page, I'm like, wait a minute, someone's fucking up. I don't know who.
Yeah.
Both of them. The J's are just silent.
Let's go.
I don't know how to pronounce that last part.
But this one is a pretty solid fight. It's a weird one, but they both wanted it, so
I don't know why Shavkat wanted this.
Because, Shavkat versus Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin moving down from 185 back to 170. Hasn't been here since like 2015, 16, some shit like that. Been a long time.
Yeah, when he missed by like, what, 4 or 5 pounds?
So, yeah. But who the fuck is... Like...
I know. That's really what it does come down to, is who is he supposed to fight at that fucking division? Like,
exactly, because there's one person that he could fight above him, really, and that's Bilal, and Bilal's not taking that fight.
And I mean, like, rightfully so, he shouldn't.
And then it's just like, he's not. Yeah, like why is he gonna fight anyone else behind him? And so you get Kelvin, who
just get the name off of it.
Exactly, it's a big name. It's like it's probably a pretty easily winnable fight, especially not knowing how he's gonna be at 170. Like he could struggle to it. You know what I mean? It's like,
what do you mean? This is a body shot TKO.
Misses weight by 6 pounds this time.
Oh my god, that would be fucking terrible.
Like, considering, like, yeah, Kelvin's having to cut a lot of weight. Like, I am seeing, if I am in Rachmanov's corner, I am working the body. I am telling him, work the body, work the body, work the body. Because he is not going to have the gas tank if he is having to cut a lot of weight.
Spin to the body, spin to the head.
Like,
kick the legs, kick the legs. But I
mean,
Kelvin might fucking leap in with a big left hand and knock Shavkat's head off because he really don't be moving that thing at all. So
he could. That's the only concern is Kelvin does got some power.
And he's got some speed. Like he's
a fast little motherfucker.
Fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
he's a quick little motherfucker. So
maybe we'll have to see. I forgot to put it in on here, but yeah, that's the co-main event for September 16th. Mm-hmm. The main event of this beautiful fight night. It's the rematch. Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. We figured it was coming. It's like Valentina had like 7 title defenses. How the fuck are you not going to give her an instant rematch?
No, exactly.
It's and like I know for me it sucks because like I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like the UFC is going to like rematches like so quickly, like just so many times recently, and it's just like I don't know. I'm kind of getting like a little bit over it of like let's get some new fights.
Right, but of any fucking champion, she's literally the most deserving with the longest like
exactly.
I was about to say at this point, the only two like I think we were able to like excuse were like Shevchenko because of just sheer reign, and same with Volkanovski. Yeah. If you were to lose to Yair, we all would not bat an eye if they said we're doing an instant rematch.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because it's like, but if they were like, oh, like if Leon lost to Colby, I would not be calling for an immediate rematch. I'd be fine with them bringing in Bilal.
So just like a quick like question on, so like with Izzy for example, it's like if he like let's say if he gets one title defense on this run, you know, and then let's say let's say he beats Whitaker and then he loses to like a fucking Dricus or something after. So, like let's say that's just how it lines up.
Whatever situation.
Like, do you think he deserves an instant rematch? Like because I know he had like the one loss to Pereira, but it's like he got it back and it's like he still just been the champion, like, you know, overall for like, you know, it's just like how do you feel about like a champion that's long reigning, they lose it, get it back though, and then like do you think if they lose it again they still deserve that, or it's at that point it should be like nah, just move on?
If I don't know, it's kind of hard. Weird. I guess it depends on who's around and like who else is deserving for it, because it's like in a situation, like at 170 where there's like someone like Bilal who is clearly deserving, it's like give them the shot. But it's like if the top of the division is kind of on a back and forth thing where it's like it's up for grabs on who can get it, I guess you could give him like, you know, the instant rematch, because it's like why not? Because now you still have to find I guess they'll be fighting whoever won. But it's like I don't know. At the same time though, if there are other people, I would say just keep it moving, because it's like now, like, if you look at your last 5, it's like, you're 3-2, you know, you still have those 2 losses. So, like, you've lost it twice at this point. Like, I don't know, go on, like, another, even if it's just, like, a 2-fight streak and then fight for it again. But...
Yeah. That's kind of the thing, like, I understand why you used Izzy, because really he's the only one you can use, because he's the only one for a long stretch.
Yeah.
It's also just because of how middleweight is right now that it's hard to make the argument against it. Just because it could be a situation where it's like, you know, well, then Cannonier lost to Chimaev, who then, because of the rematch, had to fight Paulo, who then he lost to, and then Paulo fought fucking Strickland, who he lost to, and you have too many fighters where it's like, who's really next? So it's just like...
Yeah, but if a bus wins and if Ikram and Paulo fight and Ikram wins, then at least that's some new names. Like, you know, Brendan Allen moving up, just different people, like, hopefully just wiggling their way into that spot to be like, you get a fight, you get a fight.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, at the moment, like, if he were to lose it in his next fight, it's like, it'd be hard for me to, like, depending on how things play out, right? Let's say Whitaker wins this weekend, right?
Yeah.
And Izzy were to lose his title to whoever, like let's just say they did the Cannonier rematch, and then like it'd be hard to argue because either way for Cannonier, that's either trilogy with Izzy or rematch with Whitaker.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's all at the moment. It's like really.
No,
I hate to say it. If you want the division to move forward, you kind of have to hope for Whitaker to lose.
No,
I'm never gonna hope for Whitaker to lose, but
I got you. We're 2-all track. I was just...
No, I know. It's just one of those things where it's just like it's a weird situation at 185 already to begin with.
Nah, for sure. But nah, I got you. I was just curious on how you guys felt about that. But yeah, rematch with Alexa and Valentina. That should definitely be a good fight. They're doing a little Mexican Independence Day card September 16th, so should be a lot of good fun. Can't wait to see who else gets booked on that card. But bout for August 12th, motherfucking Cub Swanson back fighting Hakeem Dawodu. That should be a fun one. If Cub just doesn't get finished pretty early or something, because
he might just get finished early.
No, it's entirely possible. Like it's just
old.
like
he's getting up there.
Hakeem coming off almost a year layoff because it'll be like 11-month layoff when he comes back and actually fights Swanson.
Yeah.
So was supposed to fight last month against Lucas Almeida, couldn't make the date for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure like he had pulled out. Yeah, it just says that he withdrew. There was no real reason given, but like
probably just a little like nagging injury or something that just
just something that just like.
But yeah, hopefully Cub looks good. Hopefully it's a good fight.
Hopefully it's a good fight. Yeah.
This next one, UFC 291, Salt Lake City gets another bout. Jake Matthews versus Miguel Baeza. I think Jake is gonna knock Miguel clean out.
Yeah.
I was so hyped on him coming in. He was looking so good, but god damn, he is not on a great roll right now.
Nope.
No.
Was it 3-fight losing streak?
Yeah.
All
decision loss to Santiago, then finished by Kalen Williams and Andre Filo.
Gotcha.
That's right. That was when Andre Fiallo was on his streak, wasn't it?
But yeah, so
comes in and fights every other month and was winning.
I'm a definitely favor Jake Matthews in that one for sure.
I am as well.
But August 26th, the Singapore card, we got a great fight added to it. Not exactly the one that I was expecting, but it's still a good one. Tyler Santos is back, and she's fighting Erin Blanchfield.
Yep.
I really thought we were gonna get Erin versus Manon Fiorot for like who's the real number one contender.
But then Rose stepped up.
Yeah, so I'd like to Rose moving up to 125, fighting Manon Fiorot in Paris, September 2nd. That's gonna be a good one too. But yeah, I was expecting that, but Tyler looked real good against Valentina in her last one.
Lost the split decision.
Yeah, like a lot of people thought she should have won that fight, so they're definitely just giving like that tough test to Erin to see just.
No, yeah. You know what's weird right now in the UFC rankings?
What?
Santos and Erin are both ranked number 3.
I hate that they're doing this. Just put someone at 3, put someone at 4. It's not that hard. It's okay.
Like
Erin should respectfully be at number 4. Like
respectfully, yeah, because she only beat in terms of name value has only beat Jessica Andrade.
Yes.
And Molly.
Kind of value names.
Anyway,
yeah. But no, I definitely thought it was I think all of us thought it was gonna end up being Erin versus Manon, and then Rose, came out of nowhere and is fighting up at 125 to fight Manon. I don't know if Rose is staying at 125, if she's just doing it to get a fight. I don't know what's going on there.
No idea.
And honestly, at that point, if Manon loses to Rose, Erin beats Santos,
Rose probably gets the title shot.
Rose probably gets the title shot, but that's kind of the thing. It's then what do you do with Erin?
She might get that Valentina fight coming off, her, you know what I mean? She
might
like that. But yeah,
if Valentina doesn't decide just, all right, I'm retired now.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's entirely possible as well.
But all of those matchups within there will be fun for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And talking to my point earlier of like, let's just do rematches and just like why? Why the fuck is Anthony Smith fighting Ryan Spann again?
It's such
also
a weird...
on the Singapore card. I don't know, man. That's just...
This one came out of... Talk about coming out left fucking field.
Maybe they just don't like each other that much, and they're just like, fuck it, we'll do it again. You know what I mean? Like...
they got into a yelling match after the first one.
Yes.
So,
I don't know.
I guess there's some heat on it.
But there ain't no heat on it for the fans. Let's go.
Oh, hell no. Like, no one wanted this rematch. Like,
yeah.
Spann coming off his loss to Krylov. Smith coming off loss to Johnny Walker. Everyone else around them is booked or moving down to 185. I think it was literally the only fight they could get for each other was to each other. So it's just like, all right, here you go.
It is what it is.
So, Anthony Smith by first round submission again.
Let's go Spann by first round knockout this time.
Let's go.
Like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's
Ryan
such a weird
Spann's fighting. He could go either way. You know what I mean?
No, exactly, and that's the thing. It's like the last time it was out, it was what, by first round rear naked choke or whatever, or guillotine. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure something.
So
like
it's
that.
like Spann just needs to. If he doesn't come out like as fast as he normally does, he could probably get the win. But if he comes out reckless, Anthony can just move out of the way and do the same shit he did the first time.
100%. But that's all the fight announcements and everything that we got for today's podcast. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you did, it buttons right over there. We got the links all in the description down below. Let's go. And we'll catch you after this beautiful fight night from Apex happens. And we'll let you know how we feel about it. Peace.